What's up, guys? Welcome to Pod and Play Season 3. On this episode, Ed and I are going to be playing a small game called the Technomancer. A game by Focus Interactive and a studio called Spyder. Kind of has a Mass Effect-y type vibe to it, or actually more akin to, I want to say, Knights of the Old Republic for Xbox, minus the Star Wars stuff. But joining me, as always, Edward Varnell.
Hello, everybody.
Ed, this is going to be an interesting one because this game is not great. It's not great, but it's got some interesting. It's an interesting bad game, if I can say that, right? Like, maybe bad's the wrong word, but it's not polished. I would say it's got interesting ideas, it's got interesting combat, but it is not polished. But yes, you play as a character named Zachariah, and he is part of a kind of post-apocalyptic brotherhood type thing, where the sun is kind of like burns people alive. It's kind of weird. But as we get into this, you kind of live in this city underground, and you kind of have to do missions to, I really don't know the story of this game too well because I only played it for a few hours when it came out. And now it's on Xbox Game Pass. So if you want to check it out, you can. And if you want to play it on something like PC, it's like, I don't know, probably like $10. I think it's $19.99 on Xbox One proper. So it's interesting because it's got this weird, like, if Mass Effect took place in a Fallout style world, I want to say that's what it feels like. So, but Ed, what is your knowledge of this game?
I picked this game up at GameStop. They had to buy 2 get 1 free game, and I was just like, okay, Corey's been talking about this game, and I was just like, you know what, Bossman is talking about it, so something has to be about this game that's worth, looking into. And I got the game, put it in, and boy, was this game like, what in the world is this? And for some reason, it's not bad, like you say. It's kind of like floaty at times, which is fine. But these are like the B-rated tier game that and you know that it's bad and broken, but yet it's still entertaining.
Yeah.
So, playing this, I'm just like, okay, yeah, the moves are not tight. The gameplay is a little bit sluggish, but I'm still having a bit fun with it.
Yeah. You know what this game kind of reminds me of, honestly, and I don't know what makes me remind me of it, but it doesn't play like it at all or look like it at all, is Too Human for Xbox One, or Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Remember Too Human? It was like this very, very, very mediocre game by Silicon Knights that came out after Mass Effect. It was supposed to be this big, sprawling space opera style game, and it just bombed because they were trying some weird new control scheme. There was a issue with, I want to say, between Silicon Knights and Unreal Engine, right? That was the big hiccup.
Silicon Knights and Epic, yeah.
Yeah. And
so somehow they ended up using Unreal's engine illegally or something, and so they ended Epic ended up suing Silicon Knights for it.
Yeah, and it, like, that game had a weird start too, because it started as a Nintendo 64 game, and then it moved to GameCube, and then they decided to use Xbox 360 because they wanted to implement Xbox Live stuff into it, and then it was just man, one of the sad stories of video games.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this game. Whoa, these controls. Craft. What do I need to craft? I'm not crafting anything. I literally just started. Why would I be crafting something? Alright. Man, woo, this movement is interesting. Yeah, but I mean, these arms I got, man, they're crazy. So I mean, this game has a Mass Effect kind of vibe to it in terms of like your choices and, you know, good Paragon and Renegade style stuff.
Yes.
Fake force power type things. It's got really interesting combat though. Like, it's not very fleshed out, but you can change combat styles on the fly depending on what types of enemies you're fighting. And that element was really cool, I remember, because you could do like close range combat, ranged melee combat, or like have guns and stuff too, right? So I don't know, that kind of stuff was really interesting. So and this game kind of hit its stride right when like the marketing for Mass Effect Andromeda was getting hot, right? And everybody was getting excited for that game, which I think benefited this game, because this game sold not like amazing, but it sold well enough to where they actually talked about making a sequel. So that was really interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really interesting because like this game is like, I don't know, it's super fascinating. This is just like a really weird game that's got great ideas and just kind of didn't hit on any of those ideas. Plus, I think they delayed it because I think it was supposed to come out on Xbox 360 and it never did. All right. Who am I?
Did they cancel the game?
Did they cancel the game? No, they didn't cancel it. They just delayed it so it would hit Xbox One and PS4.
No, let me stay and train a bit longer.
But the game never came out.
What, the Technomancer? Oh, you're talking about the sequel?
The sequel, yes.
Yeah, it never came out. The sequel never happened.
If you would like to practice your technomancy techniques or care to do some staff training, I have time.
Yes, let's do staff.
Okay, let's see.
Excellent.
Increase the chance of a critical hit for fast attacks.
Right bumper and X to switch to this. All right. And like as you upgraded your weapons, you could add them to the face buttons to do different moves, right? So
yeah.
And then you could have like different stances, like the stances are like you can have like a sword and a shield, or two melee weapons, or both, or like a bow staff. It's kind of like it's a really different style game. I think the combat, if they had a bigger budget, I think this combat actually would have kind of been really cool.
Yeah, go. Thank you.
So. Where are you going, dude? There you go. Yeah, so, but, yeah, you're seeing on the screen, I have all these, like, train to control Technomancy, which is like their version of biotic powers from Mass Effect. So, Man, Ed, why did we decide to do this game?
Hey, there we go. I had to figure out, just like, how in the heck do I change outfits? I mean, hey, that's not change outfits, but change attacks. And now I'll see what I need to do.
All right. Oh, left bumper. That's right. All right. So there's like this active pause menu where you can start learning moves and stuff. It's really kind of
It's so weird with this game, cause you mentioned when you mentioned this game, you talked about like Mass Effect, and I can see the potential for a Mass Effect style game.
yeah.
But
Especially when you get out of this especially when you get out of this training area.
yeah, but you know what? It's kind of like in a weird way, maybe like almost a Souls game. That's how it feels to me.
Yeah, like the slow kind of combat and the dodging that you need to do.
Yeah,
Like you know what it kind of reminds me of too, in like a not like a really large way, but just kind of like a interesting way, is the Surge. Remember the Surge? That game, that kind of Souls-like game that
yes,
you could like you had like a robotic suit or whatever.
I would love to. Another time, Master.
yeah. It's weird. I actually have to search for Xbox One.
Yeah, I thought about getting it at some point, but I never did. So no, I don't want to talk to you either.
I would love to. Another time, Master.
Of course. Keep in mind.
Some of the dialogue in this game is really weird because, like, I don't know. It's like they didn't account for what if I already said this type thing.
Yeah.
So, all right. Where is stances B? There we go. All right. So we got. But I like how you can like charge up your weapons with this Technomancy stuff, but you have to like charge it up by attacking people and stuff. All right, 3 out of 4 training simulations.
Maybe later. Want to test your skills with a knife and a gun? Not really in the mood.
Man, this game does not look like an Xbox One game.
Okay.
All right.
Oh. Man. Let's see. Right bumper. This guy. Alright. So. Oh yeah, there's a gun in this game. I forgot. With this short sword thing. It's like a stun kind of thing where like you have to.
Yeah.
It's like the gun in Bloodborne, where like it's not really used as like a offensive weapon. It's used to stun people. Thrust.
Oh,
Shoot.
I died.
You died.
Yeah.
Are you in the training area?
Do it.
No, I passed the training area. I'm continuing for my play. So,
Dude, do you realize by the time this episode comes out, Rise of the Tomb Raider will be out? Or Shadow of the Tomb Raider? Not Rise, Shadow. Ah, man, I've been watching gameplay videos on that game. I cannot wait to play that. I'm probably gonna stream it or something. Like I really want to play that game. All right. Well,
I know the new trailer came out.
the new trailer. Which trailer?
Yeah, there's a new. She was in Peru, or something.
Oh, right. You're not gonna let me talk to the guard, so I can leave? There we go. Oh, why am I fighting this guy? That doesn't make sense. This is not what I wanted to do. It made me do the tutorial again. Alright.
Access to that attack.
Oh. No, I don't want to go again.
Don't underestimate.
Alright. We're on our way out of here, because that guy was annoying.
Hey, heard from Captain Sean you're heading out to the station. You leaving now?
Yes,
And I
finished
need some
training.
energy.
Thank you. So, I'm getting into the main city area here. This is kind of like the hub world where you go and get missions from people and kind of learn about life underground and you know, you learn about the different people you're going to start doing missions for and kind of how the government kind of takes over a lot of people.
Dude, my karma is like probably in the negative because I've been draining them.
Such a waste of life, a waste of space. Am I right? A road is a road is a right?
Man, talk about mouths not moving to the words.
Zachariah.
How do I even use magic in this game? I completely forgot.
Graduating to the rank of officer.
Man, but this old guy is kind of weird, and
And with that,
he plays a very big role in this story. I don't want to like spoil anything, but he plays.
Like, how far did you get in the game?
How far did I get? I probably played for like
Yeah.
20 hours. I don't know, but I just couldn't handle it anymore. So, all right. So we're in the first like kind of mission area.
and what's there
So we're probably only going to play for another like 15 minutes ish, but I kind of want to talk about how, you know, we've been talking about this game and comparing it to Mass Effect and talking about Andromeda and how, you know, Anthem is going to be like. We kind of talked about take everything. We kind of talked about how, you know, those kinds of games are going to like cross-gen game. How is Anthem going to work as a cross-gen game, as a games as a service type thing on the last episode? And
Yeah.
Zachariah.
this game takes a lot of heavy influences from Mass Effect, and like I kind of want to talk a little bit about Andromeda because I mean I played about 10 hours of it,
Disable the loop.
and I actually really enjoyed what I played. But again, I played it after a ton of patches came out, and I never finished it because other things were coming out, and we needed to do stuff for podcasts and stuff. So, let's see. I want to change stance here. I want to use a bow staff because these are cool. Oh. Man, I've been playing too much God of War that I keep using right bumper and right trigger to fight, and it's not it. But you played a little bit of Mass Effect Andromeda, right? Like when it came out.
I beat it.
You beat it. Yeah. So what?
Yeah.
How did you like Andromeda compared to the rest of the series?
It's not bad. Like the shooting is good.
I thought the jetpack mechanic they added was awesome.
Yes, that one is really good. I think some of the side quests. I think one of the big problems they have in this game is the map, because it's not. And Borderlands 2, Borderlands and Borderlands 2 had this problem with this map. Is that they'll have a point on where you need to go, but because the map is not in 3D or it's in layers, you don't know where you're actually going at times. And it's just like, what in the heck am I supposed to do? So it kind of like messes up and it confuses you. But the story was fine. The gameplay was really good. It was different enough to be a Mass Effect on its own, but it still felt empty and it felt incomplete at times. Like, you could see where at parts they really rushed this game. Cause like there's like no characters in the game that you're really rooting for or that you really like or anything. So it kind of messed up that flow. Where the cast of characters in the regular first three Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, like you really could understand and really love those cast of characters. Not so much in 3, in a sense. I mean in
Andromeda.
Andromeda. Yeah, but I paid $40 for the deluxe version. Like, I got the game digitally, and I think it's still a good game. It's something to go back. It's one of those games that when you play it, if you don't fall into if you don't fall into people's comments and saying, "Oh, this game is garbage, this game is bad, and it's all of this and all of that," I think if you go into it with a fresh perspective, I think you will enjoy yourself. And
Yeah.
I think they made the game kind of faster.
Yeah, I
and
mean, we've had that discussion a lot on shows where, like, you know, they had to move the whole game from Unreal to Frostbite and make it in 18 months after, you know, working on it for 3 years on Unreal, and which, you know, kind of wasn't fair either. You know, that game was made under a lot of EA style circumstances. I don't really know how else to categorize that.
And when me and you talked about it, we said that it feels like BioWare didn't get no help from DICE to learn this engine.
Yeah.
So that really messed up what this game could have been. So I think if you go in, it's, to me personally, it'll be like, well, with my Yoshi coin rating, I think it's a 3 out of 5 Yoshi coin. It's gonna seem average, but I think this is like kind of the beta in learning this game, and I don't think BioWare should take crap from it. I think if you, like I said, if you remove yourself from all the anger and the upset and the comments and stuff, and you play this game now, because you can pretty get it cheap anywhere. But I think if you play this game now, it's just go into the mind that, you know, it's not connected to the other games, but I may just enjoy this and have some fun. I think people will understand it. I think people will enjoy it.
Yeah, I still want to go back to it. I think I know I got a lot going on right now, but like, I think eventually, maybe like early next year, like, I want to get back to Andromeda and I want to get back to The Witcher. Those are like the two big games I want to get back to, right? And I think,
yes.
I mean, I am assuming, and I'm assuming I think correctly, that Mass Effect is a much shorter experience than The Witcher. But I do want to get back to those games because I think there's something interesting in Mass Effect Andromeda that I want to play it because I love Mass Effect, and I really loved 3, even though I know a lot of people didn't really care for the second half of that game and the ending or whatever. But like, I actually really loved 3. And honestly, like, man, don't hate me for this, but the Wii U version of 3 is actually the definitive version of that game because of things you can do on the gamepad. Not necessarily from a story perspective, but from a gameplay perspective, that game is like the way you can control your party members on the gamepad and do inventory stuff on the fly. I mean, I still think that version is awesome. So I'm actually I actually hooked up my Wii U to do some Let's Play stuff for Wii and Wii U. So that's coming soon. But yeah, Andromeda is like really interesting. I wanted to keep playing. I don't remember why I stopped playing. Like, I really don't remember why I stopped playing. And I'm sure I said it on a show somewhere. So I mean, if you guys want to go look that up and correct me, and you can. But like, I really don't remember why I quit playing that game. Let's see. New level. All right.
Right, and I don't think it. Right, just like you, I don't think it's a bad game. It's fun. Like I have it on my Xbox One. I kind of got to re-download it. I took it off because of adding more games and stuff. But I'm just like, does the Health Regain back?
What?
I guess it does. Your Health Regain back.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I think I'll wait till that charge. Yeah, but like I had fun with it, and I think with them learning and taking time, I think Anthem is going to be way better. And I think it's gonna sell copies. I think it'll put BioWare back in the position that people see them as, and like, you know, people respect BioWare and love them, but they just don't want to see them go. And I think that's why people are kind of like upset and kind of fearful that EA will close BioWare.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean that's why Anthem has to sell, right? And not only sell, but be good out the gate and get good critical reception. And you know, I know what's his face just left EA, their chief creative officer or whatever, but
yeah.
And they said that could affect a lot of teams because he's the one that kind of overlooked everything. But you know, I think EA needs to change how people perceive them, and that starts at the top, right? So, not that Soderlund is like a bad person or anything, but you know, EA is generally looked at as we want to make a ton of money, and you know, they were voted the worst company 3 out of the last 4 years. So I mean, not that that's like anything to go by because it's dumb fans voting on this stuff, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just a.
I mean, their vote. I mean, I think people. Well, of course they're going to open to the fans because they're not going to open up to like parents and stuff who don't play these games. I think with EA as a company, I think they lost their shine, and they lost what used to be EA games. And I understand that, you know, a lot of people love them for the sports games, but the quality in their sports games been going downhill. Even though they got sales and they're doing average 7.5, 8.0. Oh yeah, I mean, shoot. Now I will admit nothing I think could ever beat the port of WWE 2K on Switch. As for one of the bad sports games, that's saying a lot. Definitely coming from
Is there really no sprint button in this game? Oh, A. Okay. I was like, man, that sucks. But yeah, back to like, man, that wrestling.
Oh, sorry, but I got into a fight.
That wrestling game for Switch, man, that was. Is that, speaking of wrestling games, is that Fire Pro Wrestling, whatever, that just came out on PS4, is it coming to Switch at all? Do you know?
No, everybody wants it to.
That's lame. Because it looks cool, but I would never play it if it's on PS4. I probably would never play it anyway. I just think it looks cool. I just want to be the guy that creates stuff for people to download.
Oh, people want that game to come to Switch because it's such a niche title, but they say it's so good. It's kind of like the THQ WWE
Well, it's
game.
It's kind of like
from Bass.
Yeah, what you said. I don't know. I just want to be the guy that creates things and does. Hey, guess what? I made all the Nerds Gone Rogue guys, and we're all gonna wrestle each other. Which would be super dumb, but super cool at the same time.
This is the main room. Console.
All right.
Activate.
What is this thing?
Will do.
Oh man. I still don't really understand what's going on in this game, to be honest with you.
Same here.
I made this really weird generic white guy, by the way. I can't wait till you watch this video and when it comes out and you just see the guy that I made. You're just gonna bust up laughing. He's like the most generic idiot white dude ever.
I keep dying at the same place. I'm like, am I going up levels? I'm like, nope.
But I honestly, I hope Anthem does well. I hope, I hope it does well enough to keep BioWare open, because like as much as I don't really care for what happened to the Andromeda team, like I really want BioWare to thrive, because it's one of those companies. It's like the last of the classic PC RPG family. Like Black Isle's gone. You know what I mean? Like all those old companies are just gone, and it's sad. And BioWare is kind of like they weren't like an original part of that early PC, but they're like the second generation, and they're kind of like their legacy is kind of spawned from that, and it just kind of would be sad to see them go. I mean, they made so many great games. Like Jade Empire is great. I know you don't really care for Knights of the Republic, but that was great, at least at the time for me. Like, I really enjoyed that game. Mass Effect, Dragon. A lot of people love Dragon Age. Like it would just be sad to see their legacy kind of go down like that. With Mass Effect 3 being what it was, and people not really care. People didn't really care for Dragon Age Inquisition, did they? I don't really remember what the reception was to that game.
Me neither.
And then Andromeda, and if Anthem kind of stalls, like that would just be a sad ending of an awesome legacy,
I haven't found an opening yet.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're like me, you, and Jesse is looking forward to Andromeda. So like we all pretty much played. Like that's the February game to get. Look, Nintendo Switch is going to just be dropping crazy games from here on until maybe February. Like we don't even know what the NX indie stuff is yet. Like the big game for me, kind of for next year for Nintendo, is Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, for 3DS.
For 3DS.
Yeah.
And of course,
well,
did
you see all the rumors about Smash Brothers? Did you see they said the single player is all about finding Luigi's soul or whatever?
Yeah.
Because of the Castlevania commercial or reveal. Oh, so funny. That was really funny.
A mess. And it's so funny that people are still talking about that Smash Direct over Doom Eternal and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I might get Pizza Hut tomorrow.
Dude, I mean, we're both in the camp of like we don't really care about Red Dead, right? Like,
yeah.
It honestly,
but I will admit,
the gameplay reveal didn't really do anything for me. Honestly.
Right, and then they say it was supposed to like revolutionize something, like open world games and everything.
That's
and
what
I looked at it,
Games Media Press says. I'm like, it looks like a sequel to Red Dead. What do you want from it? Like, that's exactly what it looks like.
It looks like Grand Theft Auto 5.
That's I mean, it's using a lot of the same animations, and like, I was listening to a podcast today, and they said it like the way the main character walks looks like it's using GTA 3 animations. And this isn't like some kind of like this isn't like some kind of like crappy podcast. It was Kind of Funny Games Daily. One of their hosts said that like they said it looked like they were using GTA 3 animations the way the guy was walking. And I'm like, man, for a company that's kind of like really looking forward to Red Dead, for them to say that, like, that seems kind of you know.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, man, I gotta go up. What the heck?
I just, and I have nothing to get. Well, I do got a lot of stuff against Rockstar. I want a Max Payne 3 remastered, and I wanted to be on Switch. But I just look at this game. Like, I think for me, I'll probably pick it up more for a review than anybody else. Like, I'm probably gonna get in touch with Jason and see. I'm like, hey, are any of you guys picking up Red Dead? Because none of you guys are. Well, I'll pick it up and at least play it to do a review.
I know Jason isn't. We kind of had a conversation. He's not really that interested in it. I think Jeff is kind of like the only one of that crew that's like really interested in playing it. But I mean, I'm sure Moose will get it at some point too. You know, I think he said he was really interested in playing that game too. But where am I? Oh, there's a random.
Like, well, for me, I just want to play it to do a review, do it as a review. So I'll pick it up still and do a review because, like, I'm skipping Black Ops 4. Like, I just no.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't even a question for me. I know. The only reason why I would think about getting it is because I know Jesse and I want to try Blackout mode, the Blackout mode for Royale. Royale of Cheese every Tuesday on youtube.com/NGRradio. You know, I know we wanted to try the Blackout mode, but I don't know if that's worth me spending like that much money. I might actually. You know what I'm gonna do actually?
Well,
I'll red box it and we'll record stuff. Like that's what's.
Amen. Amen.
So
let the church say amen. Because me and Jesse are buying Battlefield 5. We know that we're doing that one, and I'm probably gonna review Battlefield because we were more surprised and interested in Battlefield 5, and I know Jesse's gonna be wanting to do a lot of multiplayer online, and I was just like, well, I dig Battlefield 3. Battlefield 4 not so much, but it is a cool game. I'm playing Battlefield 1 on Xbox, and I'm just like, I kind of been digging the Battlefield games, but there's just been so much controversy and problems with them. But I would pick up Battlefield 5 so Jesse won't be like the only one that's playing and stuff. Like, he can do the multiplayer, but I want to do the single player campaign, and we could probably have a AX discussion like dedicated to that or something. Because I kind of want to experience that game, and I think what they're offering with that is way more. With what they're offering is more rewarding than what Call of Duty 4 is offering. Because if you really want the whole experience of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, that's $100, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, yeah, I agree with you. I forgot about this giant boss. This is actually going to be a good place to stop after I beat this boss. It's like this giant spider/praying mantis thing that has like its heart gushing out of its chest. It's so kind of it's gross and. Oh yeah, I forgot I can heal myself. Thanks, perk. Oh no. Oh no, poisoned. Ed, I've been poisoned.
Oh no!
Oh, ouch. Oh, I guess I can level up, huh? Oh, I can't level up. Why? Because he's gonna kill me. Yeah. So I mean, like this fall is just so full of Nintendo games. I just don't like. Literally, the only two things I'm buying outside, outside of Nintendo games, because you know, obviously, Power Block and the new Let's Play series we're trying, whatever. Like,
yeah. I still got to get ready for
You're getting.
What you guys should check out.
You're getting Blade Strangers and SNK Heroines, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I am getting that. Yeah, because I need to get some fighting games and stuff, which I might have to buy some on Xbox. I know they got the Neo Geo collection, so Neo Geo games are cheap, on sale.
Yeah, I still don't know if I'm getting those games, but you know, I'm excited to do this stuff because like I kind of want to like get us back into like, hey, let's do a quick, like, you know how Giant Bomb does quick looks and stuff. Like I want to kind of get into that for Nintendo games, you know, where like if something new comes out, we just kind of throw it up whenever. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know like how long they would be. I mean, some of them could be like 15 minutes, some of them could be an hour, you know, like I don't know. I just want to get that and be like, hey, we have Nintendo games to talk about. Here's the new ones and here's what we think. And also, are we going to do content surrounding Smash Brothers?
That we probably going to have to talk about. Only reason why is because I don't know what to do. Like what kind of content are we going to be trying to look for tricks or just this game? Yeah, something that we'll have to discuss.
Okay. Because like I kind of want to, but I don't know how we would do it. I mean, I guess like we would just play online and kind of just like like we did the Halo 1v1s, you know?
Yeah.
But just kind of see what happens. I'm getting wrecked. I guess I could dodge. This boss reminds me of how you're supposed to play Dark Souls, where like he has a very clear pattern and you have to dodge at specific points.
Yeah, that's the thing about this game. That's why I said it's just like it's really Dark Soulish. If you gotta kind of like get maybe 1 or 2 hits and then like roll and run out the way, and it's like, no, I wanna beat them quickly.
Oh, I did something. What did I do? I accidentally skipped cutscenes. Oh well, I think I beat that guy.
Yay!
So. But I think this is a good place to end the episode. This is a look at Technomancer. I know we didn't really talk a lot about it, but I don't think we're like educated enough to talk to like say what this game is really. I mean you guys see what it is. It's interesting. It's like
it's interesting. It's B-rated and it has some problems. You can see the potential, but these are like the B-rated titles that people talk about that they miss in games. So if you're interested, go find a cheap copy at like GameStop or a friend's house or Redbox or whatever.
If you're a Game Pass, if you have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass. You know, it's on Game Pass. So if you're a fan of like Mass Effect or like, you know, the old kind of original Xbox BioWare games, that's kind of what it feels like, honestly.
Yes.
Just try it out, man. don't go in expecting like Ed said, don't go in expecting like a 10 out of 10 or whatever, but it's like a really, really solid 6.0 game, you know? So, check it out. Thank you for watching Pod and Play. Remember, you can watch Nerds Gone Rogue's Pod and Play every Saturday at 10 a.m. through mid-November. This is Season 3. Check out our other episodes. Check out Season 2. Check out the Nindy Showcase that wrapped this summer. That was also a really fun thing to do, and Ed and I are planning a second season of that because a lot of it is getting really good reception. So thank you guys for supporting that. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NGRradio. Check out our other Let's Play shows, Royale with Cheese, which is our Battle Royale show, Squad Goals, which is a show where Jesse, Ed, and I kind of play through games together and have a good time. Check out Platinum Plays, where the Nerds Gone Platinum crew plays some PlayStation games and talks about them and whatever. Check out our family of podcasts, Nerds Gone Platinum, Arsenal X, Nintendo Pal Black, and of course, Nerds Gone Rogue. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can find Ed at That Retro Code. You can find me at CoreyNHD86 on Twitter. And see you next week.
Bye.